What's up YouTube, DMLX here today, here we're doing a review on Suicide Squad. I'm going to run down the positives, negatives, and my overall thoughts on the movie. First of all, I gotta say, Suicide Squad, it's fine. I really enjoyed this movie, but there definitely are some negatives. I can definitely see where the hate is coming from with this movie, so I'm not going to be a blinding fanboy. La 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 la, no, the critics are I mean, there are some negatives, trust me. Let's get into it, starting with the positives. I really enjoyed the character actions, whether it's between Deadshot, Rick Flag, Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, Boomerang, Deadshot, you know, all these characters that are interacting with each other, fantastic. Every actor plays their character great prospectively, except for Slipknot, and I think we all know what happens to Slipknot in this movie. I'm just saying, I think y'all know what happens, you know, it's called Suicide Squad for a reason, right? Then you have Viola Davis's Amanda Waller, like, oh my gosh, perfect. I hope to see more of her in DC movies. I mean, I hope she pops up in Justice League, I hope she pops up in just more DC films in general, because she's just fantastic. At the end of this movie, you really want to hate, you really hate this woman, but you love to hate her. That's the point. You want to hate this woman because she's bad. She doesn't take shit from anybody. She doesn't care if you have superpowers or any of that shit. Amanda Waller will go one-on-one with you any day of the week. I'm telling you, she's badass. I can't wait to see more of her in other DC films. Jared Leto's Joker is also fantastic, but he's not in the movie that much, so don't expect to see a lot of Joker in this movie. Trailers and the TV spots have been hinting that Joker's going to have a huge presence, but he really doesn't. Hopefully it does in a Batman solo film. Jared Leto is a great Joker. Is he better than Heath Ledger's? Like I said, there's a small sample size there. If we can actually get Joker in a full-fledged movie, make him have a major role in the film, I think he definitely could be up there with all those different Joker performances we had in the past. The relationship between Harley Quinn and Joker is also perfect in this movie. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it's going to be fleshed out more in future films. It probably will. You know, seeing how the movie flows, you'll understand that, yeah, there is a future for Joker and Harley Quinn in the DCEU. There definitely are some cool action beats in this movie. Most of them are like shootouts, but overall, I think the action is pretty well executed in this movie. And I really enjoy the cameos and references we do see in this movie. Of course, one of the big ones is Batman. And there is another Justice League member that pops up as well, which I don't know if I just spoiled, but then again, I spoiled it on my channel, and I think the news has been released to the public of who it is, but if you don't know, I'm not going to spoil it too much. Maybe I will, who knows. And this movie brings fun. It really does, you know, from the humor, the way the characters interact with one another. It definitely has a lot of fun elements in there, because it knows what it is. It's pretty obscure, you know, you're bringing in magic, you're bringing all these crazy characters and putting them on a team. It's definitely a great step in the right direction for the DCEU. Now moving on to the negatives, there is some editing issues with Suicide Squad. There's going to be, I feel like there's some missing footage in this movie. Like, I'm tired. I'm telling you this, man. Like I said in my Jason Bourne review, I'm tired of scenes and trailers that don't appear in the final cut of the movie. It drives me insane. I'm telling you, it really grinds my gears. It really pisses me off. You know, when Joker says, "I can't wait to show you my toys." That's not in the movie. He says an entirely different line. I thought that line was better in that TV spot than it was in the movie, so it really drives me crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Or when the Joker is like, "Bye." I hate when scenes are just cut from the movie like that. It's crazy. I don't understand it. It's not just that. Like, there are some things just felt just like cut and then just, oh, wait, what? You know what I mean? Like, kind of like how it was in Batman v Superman. There are like certain cuts in the movie that just didn't make any sense and didn't flow as well as it should have. It just didn't feel like David Ayer's movie. I feel like the studio just kind of interfered, added stuff in because of this, or added stuff because of that. Just when they start introducing the characters in Suicide Squad, it freeze frames on the character, then runs down like the whole character bio, you know what I mean? It felt a bit over the top to me. You know, I like the character intros, but when it came to showing the graphics of like, oh, he did this, he's good with all these different guns, or his favorite thing is pink ponies, you know, I felt that was a little bit too much, but that's just me personally. And there was a bit of oversaturation with the music. I feel like sometimes the music didn't really fit well with certain scenes in the movie, like say Harley Quinn fighting those monsters in the elevator. Like when the music came on with that scene, I was kind of taken out of it for a second, kind of felt a bit off in my opinion. So there will be certain songs that I feel don't fit in certain scenes. And the villain's plan and the mission itself feels a bit forced and generic at the same time. The villain, you know, villain is Enchantress. I'm telling you that right now, it's Enchantress. I knew it from the start. The villain is Enchantress. She pretty much feels that humanity shouldn't be worshiping machines and should be worshiping gods, pretty much. That's pretty much the plot. You know, we've seen it time and time again. Huge beam shoots up in the sky. What's with all these movies having a giant light shoot up in the sky? The Avengers, Ghostbusters, Teenage Mutant Turtles. But yeah, it definitely is a bit generic. It's not really anything too amazing. I mean, some people complain about the Enchantress hula dancing, but it kind of reminds me of that Drake song, I need a one dance, got Hennessy in my hands. Every time I see her dance, I'm just like, reminds me of that Drake song. So that's why I kind of had fun with it. It didn't really distract me too much, but that's what it reminded me of. So, and I believe the third act falls flat. Now, there were moments in the third act that were actually pretty cool, especially with the character El Diablo. If you really want your movie to receive well, is when it has a strong conclusion. If it doesn't have a strong conclusion, well, the audience is going to feel, Suicide Squad did start out strong. I think it's better to finish strong than start out strong, in my opinion. That's just how I feel about it. Sometimes when the Suicide Squad is interacting with the villain in certain scenes, it just feels a bit cringy. I hate using that word cringe, but that's what I was feeling. Certain lines weren't really delivered well in that third act. Like, some of the actors were just mailing it in. I don't know what it was, maybe they felt too comfortable on set. But overall, I believe Suicide Squad is a fun film. Honestly, when I rank all the DCEU films, I go Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad. When I say Batman v Superman, I mean the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman. Because I give Man of Steel a 9. I give Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition like an 8. Honestly, for Suicide Squad, I'm going to have to give this film a 6.5 out of 10. But I really did have fun with this movie. Even though 6.5 does sound like a bad score, for me, I can still go in and watch this movie again if I really wanted to for certain scenes. It didn't raise the bar for superhero films. I definitely would like to see these characters again in other DC EU properties. Suicide Squad, it has moments where it's leaning the DC cinematic universe in the right direction, but at the same time there are moments where it just like held it back from being a good film. Let me just in the comments down below, what do you guys think about Suicide Squad? Like, subscribe, more content to me on the DC extended universe and other films in general. I'm DMLX. I'll see you in the future.